and welcome to another episode of the Moco Business Buzz here on the Marketing 101 for Small Business Owners podcast channel. I'm excited to get this series going and the opportunity to meet with and speak with so many different local business owners and hearing about their marketing journey. So today I bring to you Karen James Cody. I have talked to her previously, learned her expertise, and had an opportunity to really dive into some different marketing topics with her. So I'm excited to introduce her as another marketing professional herself. And so, Karen, please introduce yourself. Tell them about who you are, about your company, and what you do.
Well, thank you, Philippa. I appreciate the chance to talk with you today. I am the founder and director at the Allison Group, and we are a content writing firm. We're a content writing and content creation firm. I'm primarily a writer. That's my background, that's my strong suit, but I did spend many years in public relations. You know, back in the day, if you were a writer, you were a novelist or you were a journalist, and it was like being any other kind of an artist. You weren't expected to make very much money.
Yeah.
So I was actually in my 30s before I got paid to write. But then I got sucked into public relations. And when I came to DC, I say I tripped and fell into PR. I was in corporate communications for many years, so I do have that background in branding and corporate identity and even internal communications, employee communications, HR communications, marketing communications. So in this second career, I just wanted to be a writer, but all that other experience does undergird, if I can use that word.
Yeah.
It's there in the background of everything we produce. And since we primarily write for businesses, usually small businesses and social enterprises, it's very useful.
Yeah.
It, it's the starting point for content planning, brand communication. It's not just words, right? It's not just words and pretty pictures.
Yeah.
There's
I
always intent behind it. What's the client trying to achieve? What are they measuring? Yeah, what are their strategic goals? So that's what we do.
okay.
People often ask me, what's my niche? And these days I can say that's social enterprise and other mission-driven businesses. But when I started this business, I joined a BNI group, that's Business Network International.
Yeah.
And there I was with real estate agents and insurance agents and painters and contractors and other local small business. So I do have those people as clients.
Yeah.
Interestingly, some of them have social enterprise components to their business. One of my favorite clients is a house cleaning company. She's
Okay.
growing pretty fast and is pretty successful. But she's a single mom from Baltimore, and that's who she hires.
Okay.
She she teaches them to clean, gets them certified, teaches them to drive if they need to know that. They
Right.
get paid vacation, benefits, full benefits. So to me, that she's a social enterprise, but she doesn't call herself that.
Yeah.
And I find that that's true in the business community. People are looking for ways to support social justice and just advance our society. And so those are the kinds of businesses that I love to work with. I can say that recently I've gotten involved with people that I call data storytellers.
Oh,
I'm
what is
not
that?
really a data queen myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a word person, not a math person. But these people collect data on businesses' efforts to move the needle in various areas of social justice and really be a benefit to their communities. And I think this is something businesses have long had an interest in. They've tried tactics, not necessarily been successful.
Mm-hmm.
and there's some frustration there. But today we have a lot of data from the online source and other sources, and these clients, through qualitative and quantitative means, help companies find their data, dig out their data, and interpret their data so that they actually can see and say what they're doing and
Right.
how they're doing, how effective they are. And this has been super popular. We talk about corporate social responsibility. What's the other one? ESG,
Mm-hmm.
environment, environment, social, and governance
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
goals, that underlie your corporate goals in addition to profit making,
Yeah.
because all businesses have to be profitable, right? Even nonprofits have to make money. So now there's data. I mean, there always has been, but it's getting better. The data's getting better so that it's providing roadmaps for companies that really want to improve in this area. And they also want to tell their communities how they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you say you want to make a difference, make a difference. What does that mean? Well, follow the money. Where do you spend your money? Who do you spend it with? Who do you hire? All that. So those are my new, I have a couple clients like that. I'm really interested in their work. I'm excited by their work. And the companies that they serve get really excited because sometimes they have great stories to tell.
Yeah.
So it helps gets their employees excited. It gets their communities supporting them because they see that they're serious. They're not just, it's not just all talk.
Yeah.
So that's
Awesome.
what we do.
Okay, great. And I would love to explore one day how to encourage companies that aren't necessarily mission driven or mission focused, how to incorporate some type of mission into how they operate or how they, select the clients they work with, select their employees. I think that's something that each company, at different levels can adapt and incorporate because I feel like it's each
Yes.
company giving back. So I think that's a great
Yes,
idea.
they can.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So today we're going to talk about my two favorite questions in the world. The first one is tell me about a marketing success, something that you've done throughout the duration of running your business, marketing wise, that you felt made an impact or actually you saw results from it, something that you are either continuing to doing or something that you've done once in a while, but was actually effective.
Well, believe it or not, my newsletter gets me clients.
Awesome. That's good.
And I have heard and been told that's passe. People don't read their email. Blah, 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 blah. But what I know, because I have analytics, is that people do read my email.
Yeah.
I've got a small but mighty list.
Mm-hmm.
Many of them know me, but most of them I've met. I don't just throw people on my list.
Yeah.
Most of them have met. We've exchanged cards. Maybe we've done even a one-to-one kind of meeting.
Yeah.
So I know that my open rates are good. There was a time when almost every newsletter led to a sales meeting. And so I think that that has been pretty successful for me. I
Awesome.
try to do one monthly, but like my clients, I am challenged by the schedule as well. I'm so
Yes.
busy on client deadlines that sometimes I'm the shoemaker's children and I
Yes.
walk around barefoot, but it has been a highly successful tactic.
Okay, awesome. That's so good to hear. I've been chugging along with my email list, and I've gotten similar results where a lot of people are responding with encouraging feedback on emails, making appointments from the emails I send. So that's awesome to hear that that's working for you as well. So tell me on the other side of things, is there something that you have either tried before and didn't, like the results? You wanted, something different, or something that you have been wanting to try, to market your business, but you haven't been able to get off the ground yet?
Well, I hesitate to say this, but I think social media
Hmm.
is not for every business.
Hmm.
I feel that for my kind of business, it is more of a online business card. It's something that I have to have a presence, and it helps with SEO, but that committing to it and maintaining it and keeping it vital and interesting is a huge challenge. Many businesses, especially small businesses, fail. And since I help people build their websites, and put content on their websites, I know that they want to be on all the platforms. And I always caution them to try to only be on the platforms that they can maintain
Yeah.
and keep them vital and interesting.
Yes.
Because unless you have really a staff or dedicated people to do it, or you are paying someone to keep it consistent, it's hard to keep up with it.
Yeah.
So I said I hesitate to say that because I struggle with that. I
Yeah.
really struggle with that.
Yeah.
And now that I'm like, when's the last time I put something new on my Facebook
Yeah.
in case people see this and go look. But it doesn't lead to me to clients,
Hmm. Yep.
and it takes time and energy away from the stuff that does. So I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna stand on that.
Yeah, no, I understand and I sympathize with you. It is a struggle. It is a lot of work. And I say the same things. I echo what you say. Go ahead, set up your profiles for your business on all of the platforms that you want a presence on. But focus your energy, time, and attention on one platform,
Mhm.
one at a time. Ideally,
That's
it's the
smart.
platform where your audience is to make the
Yeah,
most impact.
absolutely.
Otherwise, you just watch trends, and then if your audience happens to switch to a new platform, then you can follow them there and focus your attention on that platform then. But you don't need to be on all of them, active, present, engaging every single day. Yes, it's going to
Yeah,
exhaust you,
gonna wear you out.
very quickly. But I would say and I agree too that social media is not for every business, and it's not for every person, and you really have to understand and feel comfortable with the type of content you're creating, and also the frequency. How often you post
Yeah.
is different for everybody. You want to be consistent, yes, but it doesn't mean that you need to be
Yes.
frequent and do multiple posts every single time. So I would say get a comfortable rhythm, even if it's one post every other week, and have it follow. If you do other content, like say like you're a writer, so if you write
Hmm.
blogs for your business but you don't do social
Right.
media, maybe you take 2 or 3 points out of your blog. So you're
Yes.
not rewriting and recreating from scratch. You're creating and sharing content that you've already created, and then just scheduling them out. Just do like quotes, schedule them out so you don't have to think about it, and it's not extra really like labor and work. It's not extra intensive. It's just, oh,
Yes.
let's just
Yes.
take 3 quotes from that blog post and do one a week for 3 weeks, and then you don't have to think about it again. That to me, that's an easy, lightweight approach to social media. And then that way, when you go networking, so like let's say you go to a networking event and you meet some people, or they take a picture, you take a picture, take a selfie in the crowd. That
Yeah.
can be another post that you put out there so people can see your face regularly and engage with you that way. Because like me, a lot of your clients, like you said, are people you've met, you shake their hand, and they want to get to know you better, especially if they're going to work with you, they want to know you better. So the more they see you show up on social media with your face, the more they feel like they are connected with you. So that helps too. So yeah.
Yes. I tend to like to use social media for promoting other things that I care about besides my business,
Yes.
the things that colleagues are working on. Um, I work with the Social Enterprise Alliance. I'm on the board. They're always doing cool stuff. I post their stuff more than I post my own.
Yeah.
But that's kind of my approach to it, is to convey who I am through the things I'm interested in.
Yeah.
not always what I'm doing personally.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Well, speaking of any social platforms and your websites, how can people connect with you further if they want to get to know you better?
Our website is theallisongroup.net,
All
and I
right.
hope you will write that down somewhere for people.
Yes.
And the one platform that most of my clients are, you suggested focusing on one, is LinkedIn.
Okay.
Because of our work product, tends to be long form thought leadership type writing for clients. LinkedIn is my platform.
Okay. Perfect. Yep. I'll include your LinkedIn profile there as well. Well,
Thank
awesome.
you.
Thank you, Kim, for your time. I really
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Philippa.
Of course, of course. All right, guys, there
Fun
you
talking
have.
to you.
Huh?
Fun talking to
Oh,
you.
good, good, good. I'm glad it was a fun conversation. And guys, and I thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Moco Business Buzz. Next week we'll have another person for you to meet and learn from. So, again, you guys have a great weekend. Karen, thank you, and I'll talk to you
My
guys again soon.
pleasure. Take care.